Hello. So today we will be talking about the book Son of the Revolution. It's about Liang Heng and his family on how the Cultural Revolution that took place in the 60s affected him as well as the rest of the country. One thing that really stuck out to me was the fact that it was more of an out with the old and in with the new. Out with the moral standpoints, out with the customs, the thoughts, and most of all, capitalism. That was one thing that was very bad. People were being killed and raped and murdered, all this kind of stuff, just because they weren't active with the Socialist Party or communism in that sense. A couple of people that they were really going for would be the intellects and the teachers, mostly because those are the kind of people who are free thinking and might have kind of that sort of mindset. And I don't think it's fair because, well, it's obviously not fair, but a lot of the people that were doing the attacking were the Redcoats, which was a bunch of youth that were in charge of destroying art, destroying books, all kinds of things, and monuments, things that are against Mao's belief or within the cult. And I think a lot of this was allowed because they felt like they had the freedom to do so. And I think that was also being brought about by a lot of the propaganda that was being used. A lot of it was either criticizing some of the even people in their neighborhoods or even family members, as Liang Heng witnessed when their mother had to be sent away to the camp, and he was being accused because of his parents' beliefs, even though he didn't necessarily really follow in with either one, until they kind of convinced him otherwise when he joined the Red Guards. And I think that was also seen a lot in chapter 4 when the teachers were even preaching about avoiding capitalism and down with all of the major names in the capitalist party, and saying how they should follow into Mao's beliefs. But it was also seen with the father thing when the Red Guards came into his house, beat him up, stole his money, and just all kind of things that Liang had to witness, as well as his sisters, throughout this whole process, which is something a child should never have to witness in the first place. And it was also seen how it was affected Liang Heng by how he was treated in school. The Red Guards were automatically sent to the front. They had special privileges. So as a child, for when you're going to think about joining that, just because why are they getting something that I am not able to get to? So they're kind of being held up as higher citizens. So of course, it's going to perpetuate the situation and have more people joining into it. I think that overall it had an impact in China just because it was such a mass thing. They were changing street names, they were changing everything, they were changing the literal way of life in the country. So it's hard not to have such a major impact if you're changing names, you're changing the moral standpoint, or you're being killed for it if you don't believe it. And when they literally have people dying for their beliefs or killing people for their beliefs, it's a very emotional and a tight moment to where you're either with it or you're not. It's very a passionate situation. So whether I believe it was a very good situation or a very bad situation, it's not for myself to kind of place, except I am here in America, so we kind of have our standpoint, whether that be what it is. So I think that's something that we have to keep in mind, and being able to see how he kind of has grown from that towards the end of the book was really awesome. So this has been my presentation on Son of the Revolution. Thank you.